Welcome back, Halo followers. Today we got quite a bit of Halo news. Red versus blue colors may be coming back to multiplayer as well as CTF. Not a huge shocker, but we see new armor customization never seen before in Halo. And 343 is playtesting Halo Infinite just a day after a trusted leaker had said that the game is content complete. And we have new renders of Covenant species or whatever faction we see in Infinite. And also a pretty unnoticed interview with Phil Spencer went under my radar, and we're going to cover that and see how it might be tying in to today's news. Guys, we got lots to cover, but before we get started, be sure to smash that like button so hard it turns blue, and subscribe. Join me on the journey, hit that notification bell, hit all, so you're updated on every single Halo news and lore video coming out on the channel. So let's talk about how Halo Infinite is finished, and 343 is playtesting it, so this is exciting. So 343 community manager said this on Twitter: when you get to a Shuram speech while playing campaign. So what he basically said here is that I am playing the campaign, I got halfway through the game, and now I got to the part that was shown off at this year's, quote, E3 event, the July reveal. So this is interesting because this tweet went out one day after this was posted by Calabrio, which I talked about this on the channel. Calabrio is a trusted leaker. He has said things months before they were actually revealed accurately, and even with the Xbox Series X, years. So he is certainly a confirmed insider, and he said this: the game is more or less content complete. They can fully focus on the technical aspects now. I absolutely do expect Halo Infinite to be released 2021. So one day after he posted that, 343 community manager said he is playing the campaign, and obviously this guy's job is to manage the community, to do outreach and things like that. So the fact that he is posting about playing the campaign himself is probably he is playing a very finished, very polished version of the game. And honestly, from what we've been hearing is that everything is done, and they need to just do the technical aspects now, work on the lighting, make sure that everything looks really polished, like the effects and whatnot, and maybe, adding better textures and better shaders to weapons in the world. So that is what we've been hearing, and honestly, if that's the case, if they're already pretty much done with the game at this point, then I think a spring 2021 release is so damn likely. I mean, that's pretty much the case. And Sketch actually did say, another 343 community manager did say that they can pick up any version they want of the game and play at any time. So maybe I'm looking too much into this, but the fact that Unishek is here bragging about playing the campaign, I mean, it's got me pretty excited, and I think it means a lot here. So first thing to discuss is the red versus blue colors coming back to Halo, and we see this hinted through this Amazon posting of a couple toys. Now, this is certainly interesting because it kind of points at some of the new armors that we're going to see in Halo Infinite. We see this Master Chief-like helmet here, probably the same model we will see on Chief himself, and also a recon sort of with like a gas mask thing attachment on him, which we've been seeing for a while in leaks, but here it is officially on Amazon. And also take note that they're red and blue. This is probably a stronger hint that at the armor coatings that we're going to be seeing in the game will be only usable for the big center mode, which will probably be something like Battle Royale, Invasion, and Warzone mixed together in one big arena type of game mode, whereas most arena modes like what we're seeing here, like, red versus blue, CTF, you're still going to be red and blue despite what armor coating you have. So interchangeable pieces are probably confirmed as well. Obviously with the shoulders, not a huge surprise, but what's new is the thighs. And this might be hinting at thigh attachments, changing your thighs and customization. And I wouldn't be surprised because I think 343 has really gone above and beyond on making every single part of your Spartan customizable. Well, besides the colors, right? And we also see a fusion coil, which made me just realize maybe fusion coils will be actually, you can pick them up in multiplayer despite if you have a grappling hook or not. You'll probably be able to pick these up and throw them at enemies, or if someone shoots it while you're holding it, you'll probably blow up. That'll probably be the balancing happening there. So I just thought that was kind of a cool idea and will probably be in multiplayer. Let's talk about the North Star. Everyone, including myself, has been very hyped for November 9th and November 10th because a lot of leaks, a lot of rumors have been suggesting that that is the time we are going to finally get a multiplayer reveal, a remake of the campaign, just looking better, an updated version of it. But Calabrio has come in and said this, and this is just heart-wrenching. He says, "This is a fun launch celebration stream, not a place for news or press releases." So this kind of goes in with the Xbox post, which said that, but also in a different paragraph in the same post said, by the way, we're going to be showing behind the scenes of games and things like that. So I'm not quite sure what this event is going to all be about besides, just playing with fans. But what Calabriel says, I think it's going to be pretty accurate that it's just a fan celebration. It's not a big news press kind of E3 kind of event like we saw in July. So this is a huge bummer. And Calabriel actually went on to say, fans think they want news on Halo Infinite, but what fans really want to see is the game in better shape. There are only two possible scenarios here. One, give 343 the time they need. Two, get another preview with tech not being ready again. I choose one even if it hurts today. Which is actually kind of a good way to look at it. Yeah, the game is going to need more time to be developed and things like that. So, maybe it's best to just wait a little bit longer and give 343 their time. And also maybe time to rework the customization system because we really have no idea how bad those microtransactions are currently. Cloudweir responds to someone on Twitter talking about how it's a 5-year, development cycle. And Cloudweir says that's a completely common dev time for AAA projects on a new engine these days. 343 disappointed Halo fans by not being ready this holiday. They know that. The game is being developed by people like you and me. Give them more time. With the controversy of what is going on with the armor coatings, I thought 343 had something really fun and epic planned to distract us or better explain what was going on with the armor coating system and to fully flesh it out on the November 10th confirmed reveal date, right? But this isn't a reveal event. This is a more, fan celebration thing, which this isn't absolutely confirmed, but Calabriel, with him saying this, it basically is, he is always right pretty much. So there's a chance I may have covered this. I don't remember reading this, but the title is Halo Infinite Multiplayer Will Be Special, Phil Spencer says. And so what they talk about here is the multiplayer will offer something special to fans and feature new technical advancements. And I'm going to explain what I think that this means, but shout out to Sean W. because I don't think I saw this article. I may have and covered it, but there was just so much going on in July that, I think many things went under my radar at that point. But anyway, jumping into the article, this is super, super juicy stuff. Microsoft will showcase the multiplayer soon. So this was posted July 31st, by the way, so a few months ago now. And he said, ahead of that, Xbox boss Phil Spencer has offered a tease for what to expect. If you liked what you played in the previous game, then you're going to be happy. So this is more evidence why I think that what the center mode in Halo Infinite is going to be isn't going to be a bunch of arena different game types, right? It's going to be not even really a Warzone. It's going to be a battle royale mix of Warzone as well as objectives like invasion baked into it. So it's going to be really unique. It's not going to be like another Apex Legends. It's going to be something truly fascinating. And Phil Spencer teased that 343's developers have pushed themselves with new technical challenges for multiplayer. But Spencer did not elaborate on this. So for a while, obviously we've known that 343 has had unstable development on Halo Infinite for 5 years now, right? And I wonder why that is. There's probably some kind of management going on, some kind of, I don't know what you could theorize, a million different things. But certainly there are development troubles on the game itself. And one that we all saw firsthand was the lighting and how to make real-time lighting, as 343 has attempted with Halo Infinite. But there's another side of it, and that is multiplayer. And I keep thinking about what is so challenging about making another Halo multiplayer. Obviously, 343 did a good enough job and didn't have trouble really with Halo 4, Halo 5s on a technical level. So whatever they're doing here, I think that it involves a network, and that probably means that there is going to be more than 12 versus 12 players like seen in Halo 5 Warzone. It just makes sense to me that it's going to be 50 versus 50 players or something along those lines, more players than we've ever seen before. And there's probably a lot of technical challenges that go into this because networking really screws with developers. It's hard stuff. So that just makes sense to me. But they go on to say the multiplayer in Halo Infinite, I think, is going to be special when we talk about it. We know for some people, Halo CE started with us lugging our Xboxes around, plugging them in together, and playing console multiplayer. For many of us, for the first time. So I'm excited for what we'll get to see and what we'll get to show. I think the team is building on what they did with Halo 5, and the multiplayer in Halo 5 was received very well. So I think that's a little bit debatable, but overall, I will give them like, all right, yeah, okay. I guess many people did think it was great, and Esports was very successful, so it makes sense that they might go in that direction, you know. And he goes on to say, so it's cool to see that the team continue to iterate on things that the community loves. I think they're also talking about Warzone here, by the way. Esports players have been heavily involved in what we're doing with Halo Infinite because we know that's a strong part of the community, the professional players. By the way, remember, there's just a bunch of esports players that just got signed up, HCS grassroots. Things are gearing up for the esports scene, which means that not only is multiplayer going to be revealed soon, but it's going to be playable, and the game is probably going to release in spring now. Now, I'm getting more and more sure of it as time goes on. But they say, and there are some technical challenges the team has set for themselves on multiplayer that I'm really encouraged to talk about when we get there. So soon, we will talk about Halo Infinite multiplayer soon. I hate the word soon because you never know what soon is, although I'm kind of guilty of doing that myself. But this is really cool because whatever 343 has planned and got in the works here, they are increasing the scope of what they have done before. You know, think Warzone, but larger. Think of that mode, but just like done on a larger scale. More AI, more vehicles, more, you know, arena potential. You know, grapple hooks, throwing fusion coils. You know, tons of new weapons. Hopefully they're more like tools and arena type, you know, weapons instead of just shooting weapons. But, you know, just tons and tons of potential here. And despite all the negativity that's been going on with Halo Infinite for a while now, I am honestly thrilled to see what they have in the works here. And even if they fall flat a little bit, I'm still excited to know that 343 is still being ambitious. They're not playing safe and even delaying the game over these technical challenges, likely, you know, for multiplayer. And that's probably a big part of it, honestly. Yeah, I'm just really thrilled to see what's coming. If you guys have any ideas on what's coming, let me know down in the comments below. Thanks to Silent Hiker on Twitter for these new Monster Energy drink can pictures. This says a Snapchat filter if you get a Monster Energy can, so it's pretty cool. I haven't checked it out myself, but these pictures basically show 3D models in your bedroom, exactly what we're going to see in Halo Infinite. Obviously, the model has been downgraded so it can run on your phone, but these basically look like the more Covenant-like banished soldiers that we saw in the gameplay demo. They don't look very banished. I'm thinking maybe these might be the Keepers of the One Freedom, basically the Covenant 2.0. I'm not quite sure because usually their colors are going to be blue with gold, and I don't see much gold on these guys. So these might be the Harbingers, maybe, but it's still unexplained why there's banished soldiers mixed in with more classic Covenant-looking soldiers. But regardless, these are what you're seeing in the game, and I'm pretty excited because these armors kind of give us finally a good look, a good pause as to what we're going to see in the game. Anyways, guys, that's a wrap. Be sure to like this video if you ended up enjoying and subscribe. Join me on the journey of following Halo for over 9 years. Hit that notification bell and get updated as soon as new stuff comes out on your phone and PC. And follow me on Twitter. I can post a lot quicker over there than making a whole video, and I can post my reactions and interact better with you guys. So be sure to follow me down in the description. I'll catch you guys in the next one soon. All right, you take care. Peace.